Welcome to Big Blend Radio's Travel with Terri podcast, featuring Terri Guthrie, a Dallas, Texas-based travel journalist who loves to talk about luxury family vacations, regional food and culture, national parks, historic attractions, and so much more. So welcome, everyone. You know, every first Tuesday, we get to chat with Terri and find out where she is in the world. A lot of times she's in Texas and covers what's going on in Texas. But today we truly are traveling with Terri. Today she is recording from Grand County Lodge, which is in the beautiful region of Grand County, Colorado, home to the Rocky Mountains. It is a gorgeous region. I've traveled through it and visited the area, and I cannot wait to hear more about the region for everyone to, know what it's about, especially now this time of year where the fall colors are just incredible. So first, Terri, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, Lisa. My mercy, I feel like I have been in paradise.
It's amazing. I've been watching you on social media, and everyone will have photos and everything for you to see about this. But and you can go to visitgrandcounty.com, and that's really going to give you a nice backdrop to what we're going to be talking about today. But I've been watching you going, I'm just a little jealous, man. I've been there, and I have to tell you, there's something. Colorado, I think, is one of the most spectacular states we have.
Yes.
But you really are in a beautiful region, and it's pretty easy to get to as well, right? I know that you flew there, didn't you?
Yes, we flew to Denver, and I think that it was just like about an hour from Denver, kind of depending on where you go. You have several options, but Grand County is just west of the Rocky Mountains. So it's kind of a mix of outdoor activities and scenic beauty, and has a lot of local culture, and really offers something for everyone, making it a top destination in the state of Colorado. So whether you're looking for adventure on the slopes, or a peaceful day by the lake, or like we're doing, looking at all the magnificent colors with the fall foliage, Grand County truly has it all.
That's awesome. Now, I know you have a special guest joining us on the show today who's been your tour guide a little bit, huh?
Yes, ma'am. She is a friend as well, and it's Miss Gaylene Ore, and she's the executive director of Grand County.
Welcome, Gaylene. How are you doing?
I'm great, Lisa. Thank you.
It's good to have you on the show. I hear that you also have a podcast keeping everybody informed on Grand County, and is that where people can get it from your site, visitgrandcounty.com?
Yes, they sure can. It's called 970 Grand County, and it is on our website.
The last time we were in Grand County, I remember having a picnic and going to the restroom and looking up at the door, and it said, "Watch for moose." And I'm like, really? I'm going to see moose? Go to the bathroom. But I know. I just, but it was so funny because we'd been through Rocky Mountain National Park, and I went to all the moose areas, but our timing was so off. There's this good time of day to do wildlife watching. And so we were sitting there at our picnic table, and we were right at the lake going, "Where's the moose? Come on, bring the moose." But it was so beautiful. There were wildflowers, and oh my gosh, you got so much water, and it is such a beautiful, beautiful area. But is it true about the moose? I want to know.
Yes.
My burning question of the day.
And they actually even come into town here. So people will see them walking through the town of Grand Lake. Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's fun.
I said, I'm kind of aging myself, but that show Northern Exposure.
I was thinking that.
Yes.
Yeah.
That happens. And there are some great photos of, them looking in the store window.
Gosh. And do you get elk that come into town too?
Not as much as the moose. The elk tend to stay in Rocky Mountain National Park, it seems like, up in this area. But it is the elk bugling season right now, which is the rut season. And it in itself is just a spectacular thing to witness.
That's the thing, because it's really 4 seasons. And I want to, really kind of get that out there, because in Colorado, really every season there's something experienced outdoors, and we shouldn't shy away from the winter. Even if you're not a skier, there's a lot to do out in your area, because you've also got that beautiful national forest, the Arapaho National Forest right there. And I think that's connected with Roosevelt National Forest, right? I'm just thinking back to interviews from a few years ago.
Yes, that's correct.
And Lisa, I'm so excited tonight. We're going up into the Rocky Mountain National Park, and we're going to get to experience hearing the elk bugling. And it's not just a few, it's a lot. And everyone has been telling us about it. We were just even talking to someone here at Grand Lake Lodge about it. And it goes on for about a month. Yeah.
Couple weeks usually, but it's spectacular. I remember the first time I was camping up in Grand Lake and I heard this really strange noise and I thought, what the heck is it? And now it is like a magnificent process. And if you can get into the park like right around dawn or dusk, you can actually sometimes see in the distance the whole ritual of the bugling.
Oh,
it is. That sound, it just goes right through your body. It's like
it does.
It's such an incredible, people, you got to witness this. Gaylene, I wanted to ask for people coming in because you're a county. What are the communities that people should be aware of that are within your region?
Sure. So there's Winter Park, Fraser, Granby, Grand Lake, Hot Sulphur Springs, and Kremling.
Okay. Isn't this also near a National Heritage Area or connected? Am I thinking you're nearby one, right? I think. I'm just thinking of a road trip we did and I remember seeing signs, but you got a lot of heritage and history in your area too, not just the beauty, right? A lot of history.
Lots of history.
Yes, a lot of history, especially too with the railroad being built here, the Moffat Tunnel. We're coming on their 100th year celebration, which really was what connected the east to the west. Was the building of the Moffat Tunnel, making travel easier. And Lisa, I wanted to go back. You were talking about winter, and winter is spectacular as well in all of our towns. Grand Lake last year, they started a ski touring event, which just drew crowds from everywhere. And they also do not pave the road completely in town so that snowmobilers, you'll sometimes see more snowmobilers than cars. And then if you want to get away from snowmobiling, you can go into the Rocky Mountain National Park and go cross-country skiing or snowshoeing. And then, of course, Winter Park is known as one of the favorites in Colorado for downhill skiing and snowboarding, as well as Granby Ranch.
Wow, very cool. Very cool. So a lot to do. And then when does spring set in for you, for everyone to know? Because, spring in Colorado, as it gets into summer, I just remember the different stages of wildflowers being just amazing.
Well, Terry and I were laughing about this because we were talking about when Rocky Mountain National Park always tries to open up around Memorial Weekend, and they will bring in a snowplow that starts in over on the Estes Park side and one in the Grand Lake side, and then they snowplow until they get to the top. And then I said, but they can close it. Yeah, still into early June because we can still get snow up to that point. So really the wildflowers start coming in around the end of June. And then we're so lucky because we have type of flowers that bloom throughout the summer. And then we get into the glorious fall, which we are in right now.
It's funny about that Trail Ridge Road. We did it from Estes Park down to you. And that's how we did the Rocky Mountain National Park. And I think it had opened 2 days and we did it. And I'm still going, what? They have snowfields? What's this? And I'm like, oh my gosh, you really do. It's like wild. Oh my gosh. It's
they have
complete.
snow now already.
Wow. See, I thought I saw that on one of your videos on Instagram, but yeah, we got down there. When we came, had a picnic. I think we had a lot of picnics, I think we stayed a lot longer than we thought, expected because we had, it's just too beautiful.
Oh, it's a great place for a picnic.
I know. We went at the top. I remember at the top of the road, we went to a picnic area and the picnic tables were all covered with snow. And I'm like, there's a side of me that wanted to just do it anyway. But I don't know. But anyway, we got down and I think it was like 2 days later, they closed the road again because snow came. So it's one of those things to always watch the National Park website to see about those kinds of roads. But we consider ourselves lucky.
Yes. One thing you need to know and visitors need to know is that you need to make a reservation and get a timed entry to go through the national park. That's really important.
Oh.
Yeah. And it's from 9 until 2. Which is, kind of the peak, the busy time. But that's something they enforce. And And a lot of national parks are doing that now since COVID, but that's very important to make those reservations. Was just texting with my neighbor yesterday. I had no idea they're headed this way, and I wanted to be sure that she knew. But yeah, she was already on it and had made her reservations. But that's an important little pro tip. But I'm just going to tell you a little bit about the Rocky Mountain National Park for our viewers and listeners as well, because just in case people don't know. And I have to say that my first time to come here was in 1969, and hasn't changed a whole lot. The park hasn't. Of course it hasn't. And it's just as beautiful as I remember. It's just so massive. It's only 55 miles northwest of Denver, and it's the front range of the Rocky Mountains. And the park is actually situated between the towns of Estes Park, which is to the east, and then Grand Lake, which is the western entrance. And so the western and eastern slopes of the Continental Divide run directly through the center of the park, with the headwaters of the Colorado River located in the park's northwestern region. So the main features of the park include alpine lakes and a variety of wildlife, which we've talked about, in various climates and environments, from wooded forests to mountain tundra. So there is so much to see and so much variation. But this all started back in 1915 when Woodrow Wilson actually signed the Rocky Mountain National Park Act. And of course, just establishing the park boundaries and protecting the area for future generations. And so I'm just so thankful for that, and so thankful for our national parks. And of course, Rocky Mountain National Park is one of the most popular ones. It's one of the most visited one in the national park system. And it's just such a treasure. And Grand Lake is so blessed, I would have to say, to be the western entrance to this magnificent national park.
It's beautiful. It really, truly is. And
it's magnificent.
Yeah, the song Rocky Mountain High is for real. It really
yes. Oh, I know.
John Denver
I love
country.
John Denver songs, yes.
You're in his country. I love it. I love it up there. So, Terri, because I know that you've been staying at some amazing places. So right now, tell us about where you're actually broadcasting from.
Yes, I'm at Grand Lake Lodge, and this is a very, very iconic accommodations, you would say, because it's been here since 1920. It's a hilltop lodge, so we kind of sit on the side of the mountain hill and overlooking Grand Lake. They have multiple lakes around here, I might mention, and they are all spectacular because you have two of my favorite things, the water and the mountains. And so the views are just $1 million views, of course. And here at Grand Lake Lodge, I love it because it's just nestled right at the west entrance of the Rocky Mountain National Park. And it offers guests, get this, over a century of historic charm and rustic comfort. And it's so nice. We're staying in the cutest cabins. This opened in 1920, as I mentioned, and became a National Historic Landmark in 1933. Wow. Yeah. So this, I love to stay in historic places. So this one is probably one of the more unique ones. I love it because they have 75 historic cabins, and this is the funnest fact. They were originally purchased from Sears and Roebuck catalog.
Wow. Go figure. Go figure.
Isn't that crazy? I know. Ron and I were like, we're staying in a Sears and Roebuck catalog cabin. I mean, I think Sears might have been the early Amazon, where you could just order any and everything from them, but they are just adorable and they're in perfect repair. And it is just the cutest, most charming place. It really is. And they have this huge deck out front called the Deer Deck, and they have an outdoor pool and hot tub and this big fire pit area where you can, like, for example, sit in the hot tub and just, you have this view of the lake and the mountains. And from there also you can even see some wildlife. So it's very relaxing. And talk about just getting back to nature. And, you don't have to be the great outdoorsman to really experience the outdoors here. So yeah,
nice.
I even actually, Gaylene, I heard there's some elk around here. Oh. Yeah, that you can hear the bugling from right here at Grand Lake Lodge. So that's really cool. And then Then Arapaho Valley Ranch is another place that we experienced, and that's just tucked right down in the valley of the Arapaho National Forest. And what is so interesting about this, it is a 40-acre self-sustaining property. Yeah, it sure is. So it's 100% off the grid. And
Nice.
that just makes it really unique. And I just wanted to mention that the drive out there, it's it's several miles to get out there because it's really in a kind of isolated area that is just so pristine. But the drive out there, that's one thing I did not expect, and especially right now with the fall foliage and all the golden trees. I mean, Ronnie and I felt like we were like in a movie or something. It's like this cannot even be real. It was so stunning and so beautiful, and my poor little camera has just been about to blow up. I have taken so many pictures and videos, but it's just really cool because they have very diverse accommodations that are really affordable for all, mountain guests. And they have cabins, glamping tents, teepees, yurts, RV sites, campsites. So they have a little bit of everything and just so much to do there. And that's a really great place to just, really unhook and just get away from everything out there. So we really enjoyed that as well. So there are many, many options of places to stay and see and do here. We even saw like a little what do they call, a little tiny house village or something here. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we saw that yesterday. And and this was the other thing I wanted to mention. Oh, I'm so excited about this. I think this would be so much fun. I'm going to have to do this next time I come. They have covered wagons you can stay in. Yes.
I'm in. I want to do that.
Adorable. Yes. And I'll have to send you one of my pictures that I took there, but those covered wagons with all the full foliage in the background and then the mountains, I was like, oh my gosh. I mean, this is like a painting. Yeah. It's just is so pretty. So anyway, all that to say, that's just a couple of the things that they have here in Grand County, but lots of great options at, all price points.
Now, what about food? Because, you got to have sustenance for all this adventure. Because I saw you. Did you do something on a bridge? You went to the big bridge, didn't you? I've seen some pictures of you going. I'm like, what is she suited up for? And then you guys have done scenic drives. It seems like you've been busy. It's, the lodges are fantastic.
Yes.
And everything, but it seems like you've been out getting that fresh mountain air.
Yeah, we have. And I'll just have to tell you a few things and then Gaylene can tell you more. But yeah, you want a good hearty meal for your big day here. Like Ron and I, we have done a lot of the scenic byways here and even went to the Colorado River headwaters area yesterday. I wanted to mention that as well. But what we finished with yesterday was so much fun with some wild game, which I like eating. And we had this delicious sausage right here at a restaurant called Sagebrush in Grand Lake. And the sausage was, let's see if I remember this correctly, wild boar, and then one was elk, and then one was buffalo. And they were all very, very tasty. And I loved it, very lean and high protein. So, but I'll let Gaylene tell you about some more of the dining options they have here.
Well, the first night that you guys were here, we ate here at Grand Lake Lodge, which was fabulous. Again, you can't beat the views from the lodge here. And so pretty much Grand County offers dining experience for those that want the good hamburger or, as Terri was mentioning, wild boar, to fine dining. So we're very lucky in this county to offer something for everyone.
I was wondering if there was a bakery or something and this is a few years ago when we came through, but I remember getting some amazing cookies and I don't know where they were from, but I know they're in your area. You had good cookies.
And we still do. And Granby. Yes, in Granby, there is a shop there that sells homemade cookies and ice cream. So that's very popular in the summer. Yes.
I think cookies are popular year round. I'm just saying, bring it.
And they're perfect for your picnics too.
Exactly. Well, that's the thing. I think that's something that, your area is just because we travel full time. My mom and I travel full time documenting parks and public lands. And, everywhere we go, we're like, well, today this is our, lunch with a view, breakfast with a view, dinner with a view, because we're addicted to picnicking because just the scenic views are incredible. But then like what you're saying, being at Grand Lodge where you are now, you've got these amazing views, where you're eating, which
Right.
to me, there's just something to that where there's going to be no bickering at the dinner table if you're having a picnic in a park
Well,
that's so
that's
beautiful.
true. And we actually have some great delis. And I tell people, I say, get a deli sandwich to go and go on your hike and pull it out. And it's one of the most beautiful valley views that you could see. So, and you've experienced that for yourself. We're very lucky.
Now, scenic drives, is that something that's popular in your area too? For me, it is, but just because it's so beautiful to just drive around the road.
We're very
Yeah.
fortunate to have two scenic roads here in Grand County, and Terri and Ron have experienced both of those. And this is, again, it's something that you can do year round. And it's except for Trail Ridge Road, that does close. And it will be closing, when they start getting too much snow. So sometime in October. But that scenic byway does close, but the Colorado River Scenic Byway is open year round. And it gets you to different parts of the county, which is really nice.
Very cool. Very cool. So I wanted to ask too, just for listeners to know, we were talking about the different seasons of what to do. Are there specific events, major festivals or anything like that people should know about for when they're planning to come out and visit?
Absolutely. So as I mentioned, the ski journey event here in Grand Lake is fabulous. There are so many winter events between Granby and Winter Park with the ski areas. In the summer, there is the Jazz Festival and Blues Festival that are over in the eastern part of the county. And then Kremling Days is a must over in Kremling in June. We have Hot Sulphur Days. And then the Buffalo Barbecue here in Grand Lake is an event that people shouldn't miss.
The Buffalo Barbecue. I've never heard of that. Hey, Lisa, we have a surprise guest here, Mr. Ron Guthrie. He has something he wants to say.
It's the birthday boy. Happy
Yes,
birthday, Ron. I mean, okay, first, Ron, was this a good space to be in for your birthday?
Well, I've sent everybody a message, and when they're sending happy birthday, I just sent them a couple of pictures of the aspens, and I said, I'm spending my birthday in my happy place.
Yeah, really. Yeah. Did you want to go further into those woods? I know you. I know you did.
We have done so much of the scenic byways and scenic tours, and the aspens are in bloom and all the trees are turning. I told Terri after the big day we had yesterday, I woke up this morning and my eyes are sore from all the looking that we did. It is so beautiful. And I've been around the world to a lot of places, so I'm a little bit hard to impress. But I have been so impressed by the scenery. It's just, I can't close my eyes. They're literally sore.
Well, that's funny. Yeah. So what would you say is your top experience?
Oh, boy, that would be hard to pick. There's so much. For me right now, the aspens are something that I just, you have to time it just right to see them, so we don't see them that often, and all the foliage turning, and the reds and the oranges and the greens. The mountainsides look like they're just aflame in oranges and yellows and greens, and then you'll get to areas where you have a lot of evergreens, and then you have the smattering of the oranges and greens in there, and it's like, it is just so beautiful. It's just hard to close your eyes.
It's good for your soul.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. I'm describing what I'm seeing right now, looking out the windows, actually looking at it right now. It's just so beautiful.
Well, I'm a little jealous again. You guys keep doing this to me. In closing, I was just going to ask each of you what you're looking forward to today, because I know you've got more time before you leave.
Well,
what do you think?
You don't know what we're doing, and I'm so excited. We are riding horses in the Rocky Mountain National Park. I am super excited.
Seriously?
Yes.
Now I'm really jealous.
Yes, I love. What is the name of it?
It's Winding River Resort, and it's an amazing family campground. You can also rent cabins there, but they are the only horseback riding company on our side that take you into Rocky Mountain National Park.
I am so excited. You know, this Texas girl loves to ride her horses. And so this is going to be definitely a highlight for me. And also, then I'm going to be doing some shopping downtown. You know, their downtown has a wooden, it doesn't have a sidewalk. It's like a wooden boardwalk. So, you know, very Western, and it's right on the edge of the lake too. And then tonight we're going to hear the elk bugling. So, hey, that's not your average day.
Well, I'm sorry, but I'm really, I keep going. I'm a little bit jealous, but but I'm like super jealous now. That's just not fair. I'm just going to say, be like a baby. It's just not fair. Wow. That is fantastic.
I know.
You're going to love it. You're going to love it. You're going to absolutely love it.
Perfect.
Just
a perfect day. So, yeah. And of course, you know, as if I said before, if it's not beautiful enough, then we have this just magnificent color here. So, yeah, I mean, man, we are in God's country. We really are. It's just, it just could not be more natural beauty, and it's just so pristine and just such a special place. It really is.
That's awesome. I was going to ask Gaylene too, for visitors coming up, how long, for, people listening, how long will these colors last, do you think? Because I know nature does what she wants.
That's right.
She does. So, but what is the kind of time frame for fall, like typically every year, the typical fall color time frame?
It usually is in September, and then sometimes if you're lucky, you can go into that first week of October as well. But I would say Ron and Terri's visit, they're here at the peak. It's amazing.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. Now I'm really jealous again.
I know.
I'm just really jealous again. So you've got lots of outdoor activities to enjoy. You've got shopping. And this is the thing too. I always want to promote this because I think, we are so used to shopping online, and there's nothing wrong with that. But when you go to, small stores and, boutiques and things like that, especially with the holidays coming, it's just so cool to get something that you're not seeing on those big online stores, if you know what I'm talking about. Right, Terri? Do you feel that way? Are you excited to find some good gifts for the holidays?
Yes. I've already bought this fantastic leather belt in Granby because I forgot my Western belt. And what was the name of that store?
It's the Grand Trading Post.
Yes. And oh man, it just has the nicest quality things, some great leather. Oh man, I told Gaylene I could do some damage in that store.
Okay, wait a minute. Did you forget your belt on purpose?
Well, no, I didn't actually. I will have to tell you, I didn't. I knew I forgot it because I couldn't find it. I could not find it. Yeah. But I thought that it would be cool to have a nice leather belt from this area.
Oh, I think so. See, I don't know. I kind of think she does this maybe every time she goes somewhere. She forgets something at home. That's a good plan.
It is. And Lisa, you brought up about supporting your small business owners. What's great about Grand Lake is that it's all mom and pop shops. There isn't any corporate shop owners down in Grand Lake. So you really are supporting those small businesses.
That's wonderful. You know what? I just realized, Gaylene, when I was talking earlier about heritage areas, it is Kremling that I'm thinking of, I think. You have like a heritage village there.
Well, yes, that's part of the Grand County Historical Association. So they run our museums here in the county. And so you've got Cousins Ranch, Pioneer, the Emily Warren Museum, the Kaufman House here in Grand Lake. And we also have a app that's on our website called Travel Stories, and it talks about all the museums here in Grand County. You can download that app, and as you're driving along Highway 40 and 34, you can learn all about the great museums that we have here in Grand County.
That's exactly what it is. Yeah, because I know we were doing like a whole highway thing. And I mean, this is a few years ago. It was right at the end of COVID, not that it's, but anyway. And I remember going, and then you go from one place to the other. And none of us really know exactly, are we in the county now, when you're traveling. But I remember that and seeing, all this, I'm like, oh my gosh, we got to stop, because it's just, the history of Colorado to me is so fascinating. You've got the indigenous history, of course. And then you've got, here's the pioneers and And if you get into that history of pioneers and how they made it, you're talking about.
Do not know.
That is some strong-spirited people, man, that settled. And, there are dry farmers out in the area. There was just, well, you're not that dry in Grand Lake, but I'm just talking as a state level, how people made it and roughed it through is just beyond me. They really did. So when you go in these museums, you just go, wow, okay, I'm complaining because my electricity went out for 5 minutes.
Think about having to go and chop ice, getting ice blocks that would last you through the summer months, and taking those to your ranch. And it had to be hard. The women really did help support a lot of the ranches up here. And there's at Cousins Museum, they do some amazing programs. And one of the programs that they just did was the Women of Grand County. Yes, we love that.
We like that. Well,
yes.
Thank you so much, Gaylene, for talking with us today and spending time with us. And everyone, visit grandcounty.com and also check out for their podcasts so you can keep up to date with what's going on, because the season is about to change, y'all. You may be out there, snowmobiling on roads and wherever. You never know what you might be doing. But also, Terri, you picked some good places to go. That's for sure. The last time you recorded on location, you were on a schooner in Maine. So keep it going. You're keeping me jealous every day. But the most important thing is, we get a little jealous, but to actually go and do it and get out there ourselves.
Yeah. And I have to just say that, this Grand County is really a destination for unforgettable escapes. As we mentioned, all the different things you can do and see here. And at all 4 seasons is what's so cool about it. It's not, just summer or winter. Every season they have so much to offer here. So plan your perfect getaway today and turn your travel dreams into reality.
Before you go, would you recommend this for families? I know the answer, but I'm making sure because you talk about multi-generational travel a lot.
Yes. I keep on thinking about my grandchildren and all the fun things we could do with them here, or even family reunion type things. It's great for all generations.
And I think the lodges that you've been staying at really kind of, cater to that, is, group retreats and things like that. Weddings. Oh my gosh, imagine having your wedding with the fall colors behind you,
Yes. That would just be unbelievable. And
They actually, Grand Lake Lodge, when we were here the other night, they had a wedding going on. And so they actually have a special place for weddings to take place. And this time of year, any time of year is fabulous up here for weddings.
Yeah, they were actually having a wedding at Arapaho Valley Ranch Saturday night too. So I think it's a popular place for a wedding for obvious reasons.
I think I just want to move there now after everything we're hearing today. I'm just like, sounds like a good place to live. Like, I think Colorado has that because everyone's so connected with the outdoors and nature, and it's just healthy. It's just a healthy lifestyle and happy. So thank you both so much. Everyone, we're here every first Tuesday at 9 a.m. Central Time, and you can check the links in the episode notes for visit grandcounty.com. Also to follow Terri's adventures and this podcast. Subscribe so you get notified every time a new episode airs. Thank you so much, ladies. Thank you, Ron, and looking forward to next week.
Thank you, Lisa. Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Thanks for joining us here on Big Blend Radio's Travel with Terri podcast. You can follow Terri's adventures at travelwithterri.net, and that's Terri with an I, not a Y. Follow us here at bigblendradio.com. Happy travels!